Welcome to our rolled beeswax candle tutorial. For this workshop you will need your beeswax sheets, some scissors, a ruler, a Stanley knife, your wicks, a hairdryer and a cutting mat if you have one. Let's get started. I'm going to start by measuring 8 centimetres on the short side of my beeswax. So I'll take my ruler, I'm going to just measure down 8 and I'm going to put a little line with my Stanley knife. You could use a pencil or something, you just want to put a mark so that you know that that is 8 centimetres there. On the opposite side, I'm going to mark up 2 centimetres. Put a mark. So about there. So that's 2 centimetres and 8 centimetres. And then I'm going to cut a diagonal line between the two, like this. Perfect, so now I have 2 pieces of wax, and this will be for my 2 different sized candles. So I'm going to start by making my large candle, and I'm going to lay my wick along this long edge here. So I've got my short edge and I've got my long edge, so we're laying it along this edge here. So just kind of stick it, you can kind of stick it down sometimes into the wax. And obviously we need to be able to light our candle, so we need a bit of an overlap at the top here on the kind of diagonal side of about 2 centimetres roughly. So I'm going to cut it to size at the bottom. Perfect. And that is going to be our wick in the middle of the candle. So the next thing we need to do is soften our beeswax slightly so it's easier to roll into our candle. So I've got my hairdryer here, I'm going to put it on a low setting and I'm going to just hover it over this long edge where my wick is for a couple of seconds to just soften the beeswax. Now that that's a little bit softer, it should be easier to kind of bed your wick into the wax. So just squidge it down like that and it kind of sticks there. And then we're going to start rolling. So I'm going to roll from this edge and I'm going to just tuck over that edge of that wax over the wick and then start rolling it into a tight tube. Now you may want to soften the wax as you go to make it slightly easier, so go ahead and use your hairdryer again if you need to. And then we're just going to roll. Now as you roll, you want to make sure that this bottom here stays flat, so keep pushing that in and keep making sure you're on a straight roll. If you're not, just unstick and re-roll again, because obviously we want a flat bottom so that that's going to stick in our candlestick nicely. Once you've fully rolled your candle, we're going to soften the wax again here and just fully stick down that edge. Is your finished candle. Now you can trim this wick if you want to kind of about a centimetre, and then that is ready to use. And then you need to do the same with your small piece, so let's do that now. Then you can carry on and do the same again with the rest of your colours, and then they're ready to use. If you've enjoyed this workshop and you want to share your projects with us, we are at the Edinburgh Craft Club on Facebook and Instagram.